And welcome back, everybody, to session 7 of Fallen. This is the Tunnels of Tuntin. This is our playtest. We're joined by the entire cast today, so it's like a legendary. This is going to be really fun. So we're just going to get right into it. Let me pull up my notes. Okay. So, first things first. So, Gale, you've just finished your initial examination of Glassmith's studies. You realize that this would be kind of a fine place in the future for you to set up shop, to create potions, scrolls, and do other tasks that would take a good workspace in order for a runesmith to accomplish something a little bit more complex. Good. You also, I want you to go ahead and make me a general knowledge check. You could also make this a noble knowledge check from your vocation if you want to, but I think it'd be about, actually if you do a noble knowledge check, I'll make it, instead of being CL2, it'll be CL1.
Yeah, let's do that. Noble privilege here. That's 5d6. I got a...
Oh yeah, you crush it. So, you should not...
What's my dice?
Yeah, I think you did, but it's still, you crush it. So, you grew up in a stronghold. You realize that this manor, though decrepit, this basement area is actually like a pretty like serious like stronghold and fortress. And your brain you kind of have like, you know, your noble blood goes, wouldn't this be a nice place to conquer, like own? So that thought crosses your mind. But you recognize this might be a fine base of operation while you guys are pursuing your quests. So,
Indeed.
However, you do realize that the creature still remains here, which poses a threat to not only you guys in here, but also to the nearby sheriffless and, for all purposes, defenseless town of Tuntin. So after that, unless there's anything you want to do here explicitly, you're going to begin walking back towards the town.
One thing I want to ask, actually, last session again, or like 2 sessions ago, I got the mind rune from that thing, right?
Yes, you should have gained it at -1.
Gotcha. Let me put that in.
Perfect.
And beyond that, after checking over this laboratory, there's nothing interesting inside of it, right?
Nothing right now that is like immediate items or valuable knowledge. Like you can kind of consider this area as like a workstation in like a Fallout game or like in a Skyrim game where you could come here and make potions, make scrolls. This place is set up, and like I wouldn't let you make scrolls or potions on the road, right? You'd actually need the alchemical stuff, but there's like tons of paper. We can get into the nitty-gritty of what's exactly in this room if you want, but for right now, just consider it that this is like a fully working runesmith laboratory.
Gotcha. All right. Beyond that, let's see. I don't think there's anything else I really want to do here at the moment.
So I'm going to teleport you outside. So you begin making your way into town. And as you kind of crest up this hill here, you're walking out and you kind of make your way through the basement of Rosen Manor. This kind of shivering feeling of it. You're just desperately, it's kind of creepy. It's like walking through a basement where you're all alone as a kid. And you're just like looking around every corner and you know something's down here with you. But you also know that it's really full right now. So it might leave you alone. And that was the only reason you were comfortable being here alone.
Yeah, I went through the little secret passageway that Glassmith had. Sure.
And you were able to make your way, and you start walking down town, and you see there's buildings on fire in the town below. What would you like to do?
Oh dear. I'll run.
Okay.
Gail's gonna wonder what the hell the party did, and he's gonna start running over there.
So you run down here, and you see the town people are just exhausted. The town master's home is ablaze. A town master's home / office is on fire. All the townspeople are covered in ash and water, and they just seem depleted and out of energy. And the fire is beginning to get to like an unreasonable state, maybe kind of jumping across other buildings in the near future if not controlled. The only person that is still, like everyone else is exhausted, but Crater, go ahead and make me a lift check. I want to see how well you have been performing dousing, because like there's the well is over here, and so there's quite a run to bring all the water this way. So Zammy, I can't hear you. You're muted. If you don't, I can roll for you. There you go. So Zammy, you get a 2. So I'm gonna say with a 2, everybody else is, and I also make me lift. Also make me an endurance roll. So you're definitely able to pick up the heavy like water barrels, but I want an endurance too because you've been doing this for like 15 to 20 minutes.
Man should be a firefighter.
Also, Sammy, if you're talking right now, we cannot hear you.
I am not.
Oh no,
so you get a 0. Would you like to spend any destiny points or no?
No.
Okay.
No.
So at this point, the fire, you've had a long day. You've had the entire night fighting, and you're just feeling exhausted. So the fire here has begun to leapt onto the buildings adjacent. You've not been able to keep it up as you are feeling the same kind of tiredness. So I'm going to say it's beginning to jump onto this building behind here.
Will the party destroy Tuntin for a second time?
Alright, as this is all going on, Gale's gonna look at all this going on. He's like, oh, what happened? I was away for like an hour.
So what you do, you kind of run up and you see all these town people scrambling around trying to pour buckets of water. Crater, you are right there kind of huffing and puffing as Gale kind of runs up. Actually, so just because Zammy, you weren't here last session, and so I'll kind of give you what you would know. So after bringing the ex-sheriff, the now dead Sheriff Clint's daughter, widowed wife and orphaned daughter back to town. I guess the daughter isn't orphaned yet because she still has her mom. But you bring them back to town. You were guarding them. You were also kind of staying in town to make sure that while the strike team was taking out the Lancers, that the town was being safe. You,
Good job.
Yeah. Oh, you said good job. I'm sorry. I couldn't hear it. So you go ahead and you had heard kind of you're in the townmaster home and you're guarding these two people, and the townmaster's in there with you, and he seems really skittish and kind of like he's acting kind of sus. And then all of a sudden the door throws open, and this guy in this billowing like wizard robe with this crystal like clear glass kind of staff is going to extend his hand, and he is going to cast a spell on you, and you feel your entire body kind of lock up, and you're held in place. As he runs in, he's going to grab the townmaster and like hold the staff to his head and back out like he's got a hostage, and on the way out he begins to set the building on fire. In short order, you're eventually able to break out of this, and you grab the little girl and the woman, you drag them out before the entire building begins to go up in fire. And for the rest of the time here, you've just been trying to like put out this fire. You saw that the party, so it would be Aronoff, Malgon, and Squath, accompanied by somebody new, some big kind of beastkin guy in full chainmail with a like longsword on his back. They passed by. You heard Ulfric saying, "Hey, they couldn't have gone far. We'll stay here and try to put out the fire. Go find this guy." And so you could have roughly related that pretty briefly to Gale here in kind of shorter words than I've used to describe, unless you wanted to add anything.
I would not add anything.
Okay, so Crater kind of finishes it up, and you two stand there in front of the fire. What would you two like to do?
Well, Gale's gonna look at the roaring fire and just say, "This is a fucking conundrum. Crater, come here. I need your help."
Yeah.
Gale's got an idea. Alright, he's gonna say, "Alright, boost me up in that tree. I haven't climbed the tree since I was a child. Help me out here, please."
So Crater,
got
make
it.
me a lift check. I want a CL2.
Definition of privileged.
Yep.
That's a 3.
You are able to kind of turn around. It's almost like the thing where you have like you kind of cup both your hands and let Gale put one foot into your hands as you kind of just like toss him up into the tree. Gale, I'm gonna need you to go ahead, make me a climb check, only CL1.
Oh boy. Okay, I got one.
You're able to grasp
Close.
into the tree, and you are now up about roughly 12 to 15 feet up in the air.
Gale's like brushing like twigs out of his hair. He's like, I remember why I stopped climbing trees. Alright, get focus, Ale. Focus. Rootsmith. Okay. He's gonna take out his book, and he's going to wind a spell in it, using the air rune, and he's going to launch a cone at the roof of this building
So
to suck all the oxygen out of the cone and kill the fire.
Interesting. Because I was thinking of using the rune of cold, but that's actually an interesting idea. Actually, I believe, Grant, you can actually do a combo. If you look up Blizzard Craft, I actually wanted to tell you that you can do Blizzard Craft because you have air rune and cold rune, right?
Oh.
So that's
Alright,
all.
that's a
But,
good
but
thing.
both those options are good ideas, I think.
Okay, let me look up Blizzard Craft real quick.
It literally
Blow
is
it
just
out.
yeah.
Hit it with wind. Hit it with wind.
No, because wind will make the fire. Cause that'll blow more. That'll be like a billows. It'll blow more oxygen onto the fire.
Hey, one thing, real quick. Hey,
I
Grant,
mean-
make sure because me and Grant are in the same room. Let's just not be so loud because we're gonna echo
Yeah,
each
I'm
other.
trying, I'm trying.
Okay, but go ahead.
I haven't
Yeah,
been hearing
so
an echo,
Blizzard-
just to let you know.
You can hear an echo or no echo?
No echo right
Perfect. Then never mind, Grant. Be loud.
Because cold will not necessarily put out the fire. I mean, it could, but it.
If it's concentrated cold, then it probably would, because in order for things to combust.
Oxygen.
True, but remember, in order for combust, things have to be a certain temperature.
They do.
And so, like, I mean, if there's not enough energy to spark the next second of burning, then it would just disappear.
Thank you. Okay.
Because literally, remember, fire is just super hot smoke. So if you
Okay,
cool
how
the
about
smoke.
this? Can I use Blizzard Craft to at the same time as?
So
I
actually, it
suck
wouldn't
the
be
oxygen
Blizzard
away?
Craft. It would be like Blizzard Rune or whatever, right? But yeah, essentially the same
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. So could I use Blizzard Rune to at the same time as suck the air out of the area, but also hyper cool it?
So technically, if you're actually, yeah. So I would let you do that. You can say that. I don't know if you can deliberately separate the oxygen from the air, because you need something to transmit like the medium, some kind of medium to transfer the cold energy, right? And so you could suck out all the oxygen and then just leave over like the nitrogen and stuff and just super cool that. The only thing about that is I don't think we know yet that there's different elements of oxygen and stuff. So I think it's a little probably not. So okay, I'll give you the choice.
Great liquid nitrogen.
Yeah, so you can. So here, I'll let you have a choice here. So you can either do your you could either do your wind idea where you just try to suck out all the oxygen around, or all the air around it and make like a vacuum basically. Or I'll let you try to go ahead and do the Blizzard Rune. You could also just do cold and just try to make everything cold. Both of those I think are great ideas.
Let's go with Blizzard. It's funny. I want to be funny.
Okay. So are you trying to do a cone here?
Yes.
Okay.
Blizzard cone.
So are you doing a small cone or short, close cone, or a medium cone?
Let me check how much. So close cone is. So let me pull up the range tab. So close cone is 5 feet plus 5 feet per 2 dice rounded up.
So you can just scroll down, actually, Grant, to that little table down below, and it'll tell you how. And remember, this is a skill check. And oh, by another thing, guys, range no longer scales off of your combat roll; it scales off of the associated weapon skill. So before you add
I like
in.
that.
And all the ranges are exactly the same. I just upskilled or downskilled things to make them the same. But because that way, magic in combat has the same range as magic out of combat. So for you, Grant, and yeah, you can do it at a 53-degree angle.
Okay. Wait, it's 5 feet.
You want me to draw it for you?
So wait, no, if it's 5 feet per 2 dice rounded up, and I have 5 dice in my
So literally,
skill,
Grant,
that could be 15 feet.
don't even if you're trying to, are you trying to see if you use a lower class range?
Yeah.
So and remember, so if you go to range, close
Yep.
cone is 5 feet. So at close range, if you have 5 dice, then 5 dice is indeed 15 feet. So you could do 3 tiles. So if you don't use the higher tier, you only burn 1. You could do that much roughly, Grant. So you won't get all of it.
Could I squeeze the width of the cone in to make it more concentrated and longer?
You can. No. You can never go longer. You could make it more. You could shrink it to make it closer to you to cover more area close to you, but you can never extend the range. If you want the range, you got to spend more focus for you.
Okay, I'm gonna bump it up to a medium cone then.
Okay, I will draw it. Yeah, it'll get everything for you. Oh, here, I'll let you do it. Yeah. Perfect.
There you go.
And I will go ahead and convert this, so that is stuck there. I can even color this thing, I realize. So I can do like white. Okay, go ahead. I want you to go ahead, make me your check. I want this to be at advantage because you are using cold is very effective against putting this out. Because you're using basically a cold blast to like just freeze everything.
Yeah.
But I want you to make sure you incorporate in are you using your spell book?
Yeah.
Okay, make
Don't
sure.
worry, I got this.
Sweet. Make sure you
All right.
sub in one of those. Yeah, you know.
Yeah. So
Roll it, and I'll say this is CL3. This is special. Actually, no. I'll make this CL3. That's fair. And then the big building that's on fire, that's going to be a difficult. That's going to be a CL4.
Okay, so this so I don't make an attack. This isn't like a cone attack.
No,
it's
it'll just be a skill.
spellcasting check.
It'll just be a skill check.
Gotcha.
But you're at
All right,
advantage.
Gale's gonna draw his book. He's gonna draw the air rune. He's gonna go initially for the idea of sucking out all the oxygen. He's like, wait, that might not work, because then the vacuum will rush back in and it'll reignite the flame. And then he's gonna look at his coal rune, the next page, just grab that as well, circle that in the air as the two runes appear in the air above him. You say, oh, I never tried this before. Sorry, language. And then I'm gonna cast a cone of blizzard. And I got a 3. No, I got 4. No, sorry, 3.
No, it's a 3. You get it. So as you kind of loose this blast of cold energy, it's almost like those you see everything kind of like just, and there's this burst of cold energy, and it just makes this like bright blue rune, and it just sheets ice across everything, and the fire is indeed quenched. You've made some good progress here. The big building is still on fire, though. I will leave this cone here to kind of show you that you put these out. Actually, I'll remove those for you here. The cone, there still is fire though, but you've made some really good progress. You've prevented it from spreading here. While you're doing that, Crater, is there anything you want to do? Zammy?
Zammy. Oh no, Zammy.
Okay,
Hello?
so
Everything good? Everything good and perfect?
yes, we can hear you now. Is there anything you'd like to do while Gale is doing all that stuff up top?
Crater is going to run back towards the group of people watching, right? Is there anyone that has been injured? Is there anyone that needs Crater's immediate attention?
Yeah, I will say that at this point, you run up and you see part of the building has begun to collapse out, and it looks somebody is like buried under a portion of blazing wood. Please go ahead and make me a desperate lift check here. This is going to be a CL2. You do not get it. Oh no, you do. You do.
I do get it.
So you go ahead and you rip this off, and you see Lynette Greymane as she's just been buried under it. Luckily, she's not too burned, but one of her arms has looks like some nasty burns, but she's not otherwise she goes, thank you, and she's gonna stumble to her feet here, and she's gonna look around. And she kind of looks behind, and she goes, "Oh, thank God!" And she looks at Gale right as it goes boom, and you see this giant explosion of ice behind you, and she goes, "Here," and she's gonna go ahead and she's gonna hand you a big bucket of water, and say, "Go give this to him."
Yes, and Crater's going to take it and start rushing towards.
Okay,
Gale.
You run over here. So Gale, you see Crater coming in. He has a big bucket, it's probably a 5 to it's like a little big horse buckets that we have, if not a little bit bigger. And Crater has this giant bucket of liquid H2O for you.
Gale's gonna look down at him and he's clearing his voice. His voice just super cracked when he did that. He's like, why do you have a bucket?
I don't know. I thought you needed this.
So if you both.
Oh, no, I know what's going on. This is just for fun. Okay. Gale's like, what? Okay, I have an idea. Okay, I got an idea. So, I need to get over to this other building. Can you help me across? I don't want to jump that. That's very scary. It's like a 5-foot jump.
Yeah. What do you want me to do?
Help me across.
Okay.
So hopefully using Crater's foot as a step stool because Crater's really tall. Gale's gonna try to jump across.
Okay, yeah. So what I'll let you do, because you're really tall, Crater. I say that you can hold your hand out and almost hold it up so he can as a stepping stone jump across your hands onto this building. So Crater, I'm gonna need you to make me another lift check, CL2.
Gale's
And then Gale, depending on how he does here, you only get a 1. Oh, you got a 2. You got a 2. Man, I'm off today. Then Gale, please make me an acrobatics. This will also be a CL2.
Oh, I'm bad at acrobatics.
Well,
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, I got 2.
there you go.
Oh.
So you were able to expertly hop across, and now you are kind of like leaned on this building. Luckily, this building is nice and like made out of like kind of it's got like sturdy like wooden structure underneath it, but it has like nice haber. So you're able to dig your feet in, and there's plenty of things to grip. So now you're kind of hanging with one hand extended here. What would you like to do now?
Okay. Here, Gale's gonna look down at Crater and say, he's like steadying himself because like it's a little slippery. He's like, okay, so listen, on my command, throw
One
the
second,
water
guys.
up
Hey,
in the air.
stop talking. Hey, Zammy, I think there's some music coming from through your mic right now. Thank you.
Is there? That's okay. I'll get it.
I hear something. Okay. So then, continue, Gale. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he says, okay. So, on my command, throw the water up into the air, just the water, not the bucket. Just all the water, as hard as you can, and I'm going to blast into that building, alright?
Okay.
Okay. He's gonna get up here, I'll just make sure my ranges are good here.
So are you trying to like coat everything in snow, basically?
Basically, yeah, I'm basically like using the blast of the cold and the air to like basically aerosolize the water into like a massive spray of like hyper cooled water onto the
Okay,
building.
you may attempt to do so. So I will need you, Crater. I want you to make me another lift check. In order to get it that high up in the air, this is going to be a CL3. And if you do this, beautiful. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and give you super advantage on this grant.
Yeah.
It is
All right.
It is CL4 though.
All right.
And here, draw your cone, please.
I just did. Wait, where'd it go?
So you have to leave it. I can make it stay for you. But draw it. Yeah, just draw it when it's done. Let me know. And so this probably won't get everything, but it'll give you enough to where if you wanted to, you could try to hop across and finish off the rest of it with a cantrip. But like right now, if you jump across, you'll catch on fire. So let me save this real quick for you.
Gale is very flammable. It's got a lot of pomade.
Okay, there you go. So go ahead at super advantage. So this will mean that everything but a 1 is a success.
Okay.
And I need a 4.
Can you still hear that music?
No, I cannot.
All right, I got a 4.
Yeah, you got it. So you go ahead and how do you do it?
All right, as Gale looks down at Crater and says, he draws the runes out of his book so they float in the air like glowing with energy. He's looked at Crater and say, Crater, now!
And Crater just like put everything he's got into just throwing this water up into the air in the direction of the
So you
building.
throw like 10 gallons of water like 25 feet up in the air. That's like that's a lot of weight. And you just yeet this up. Then Gale.
Strength boys. All right. Then Gale's gonna draw. He's gonna combine the runes in air, overlap them, and see if draw it out. And for the second time today, he's gonna cast Cone of Cold on that.
Okay, and I'm actually just gonna go ahead and say this is such a powerful blast as you aerosolize. You basically make like a mini snowstorm cloud as it like envelops this entire roof section here, and it's even more effective as like even though that your cone finish like covers that, the throwing up of the water in the air like basically makes a miniature snowstorm, and you're going to blanket the entire building and including down onto the street behind it, everything in its midsummer in snow. So I'm gonna say actually like everything from here, and I'll leave this here as a reference, but everything from here out to like here, is covered in a everything is like sheeted in like just frosted over with snow.
Christmas came early in Tuntin.
Oh man, I did it again. Okay, and with that, I'm going to consider that the fire has been put out. Is there anything you guys want to do real quick before we jump over to some other people?
Yeah, Gale's just gonna.
Oh, by the way, Gale, you are out of focus now because.
Oh yeah, I know.
You are completely out of focus. You are drained. You actually I'm gonna say, go ahead and make me an endurance check. I need a CL3.
I only have 3 dice. I got 2.
You go ahead and you feel, and you like drop to your knees and you begin tumbling down.
no!
And
Good
Crater,
heavens!
Crater, go ahead, make me another lift check. I'm gonna say this is CL2.
Oh, great heavens! My little bones.
And another flawless dice roll. 3
You
wins.
catch his little limp body easily in your hands, and you're kind of holding him in your hands, and you can see that his face has gone like white, and you see like his lips
pale
are
than before.
like blue, and you see his hands are like crusted over with frost.
Mother, hot chocolate.
Crater starts immediately rushing towards any medical facility or a medic.
Okay, so I'm gonna say you're gonna run over here, and with that, we will catch back up in a minute here. So real quick, we're gonna head over to this side.
Blankie.
So while that was all going on,
Where are we heading to, Jack?
so now we're gonna be over at Vasily.
Oh, okay.
So Vasily, you have just been trudging through the forest here, and you come upon this small camp. You can smell the scent of blood in the air, but you can also, from this vantage point, as the kind of sun begins to rise even more into the sky, you see a dead body on the ground.
Vasili's gonna kind of pause and kneel down.
And you see some tracks on the ground too. I can let you make survival checks if you want.
Yeah, can I go ahead and make a survival check?
Yeah, make me a survival check. I want a CL2. Or an uncommon task. You do. So you see what appears to be, you can tell there was a fight here.
I didn't mean to reroll.
You're fine. So you can tell that there was a fight here. You can tell that you kind of approach down here, and you're kind of cautious as you do, but you see this dead lancer on the ground. There's blood on the ground. It looks like there was a fight. You can see what appears to be like tracks of some kind of like large horse or mule or something. Hey Zammy, we can hear the sound again.
What is that? It sounds like a horn.
Yeah. So you come down here, and I want you to go ahead and make me a perception check, please.
Right. Me.
And it's only gonna be a CL1.
I'm not a very perceptive boyo.
Can you hear it now?
You do
No.
you do
Failure.
not you
I'm
do,
gonna spend a destiny point.
okay, you hear something shuffling and moving inside the tent.
So Vasily is gonna, without speaking, he's gonna kind of slowly draw his longsword, and kind of like slowly move over to the tent. And he's gonna wait a little bit and hear, and then he's gonna stand up and go, "Whoever is in that tent, you better come out now."
You kind of see slowly as you see a hand pop out, two hands, both of them palm up like in surrender, as you see the town master.
Put them above your head.
He kind of slowly does, and you can see that his hands still have some bound rope around his wrists, and he just has he still has a rope kind of around his neck that you can tell was like around his mouth, and you can see, so he's gonna step out. So really quick, hold on.
I'm gonna point my sword kind of at him to keep him at a distance.
That's perfect. 1 second. So
Is this the okay? So stupid question, but before you referred to him as a mayor, is it just now town master?
technically, I mean the same thing. The technical term is a town
Okay.
master because
That's fine with me. That's fine with me.
So he kind of steps out here and his hands out. 1 second, Jake. So as he kind of comes out here and he's on his knees like shaking here, and you can see he's definitely like soiled himself at this point. But so Vasily, as you kind of stand over him, you see the man that betrayed you and your friend Sheriff Clint, that drugged you and handed you over to Glassmith and the Lancers. And as you do, he's shaking. He goes, "Please, please don't kill me." And at this, well, before you ask a question, you hear an ominous yet familiar noise as you kind of turn and kind of plunged into the fire here. Out of what seems to be kind of nowhere, you see what appears to be, 1 second, a greatsword that's just, and you literally, when you walked up, you didn't see it before, and now it's just there. But this is kind of familiar to you. It bears a bone. Hold on. It bears a bone pommel in the style of a bear head with a fine leather grip. As whispers enter your ear, you imagine Sheriff Clint's dead body. You see the poor daughter, the widowed mother, and that all flashes through your mind. And at this, you feel the monster within you stir, hate, vengeance, and your need to punish evil fills your heart. And then in an instant, you are standing over top of the town mayor. You kind of snap back, and in your hands you have the sword. Feral bloodlust in every fiber of your being. You stand over him, and he looks like he's been beaten and cut, and you're standing over him. And then, somewhere deep in the back of your mind, as you are feeling, you have the sword raised over your head, but something in the back of your mind catches you before you're able to act. You remember grasping the hand of a friend, of your captain, and though you'd never say it explicitly, as this would be for soft men like Gale, your brother, blood trickling down both of your hands, speaking an oath to one another, to change, to be more than monsters, to be better men. You know this man should stand trial, to answer to the people that he has harmed, not just to you, but man, would it feel good to tear him limb from limb right here, right now. And the last words of the oath kind of come across your lips. There's always a choice, so make your choice.
Vasili's gonna kind of sigh, and he's gonna his sword's gonna not come down on him, but he's just gonna bring his sword down to his side, and he's gonna still point it at the mayor or the town master. He's gonna go, "Why? Tell me why. Why did you do
I had no option. I didn't want anything bad to happen, but look, you and Clint, you would have never been able to take out the Lancers, and I was protecting the town. You must understand. Make me a communications check.
Ooh,
Oh
three.
yeah, he's lying through his teeth right now. He's trying to convince you.
Mr. Townmaster, I do not think it is wise to lie to men with a sword at neck. Do you?
He kind of looks. What do you want me to say? Look, they gave me money. They said they would bring prosperity here, that we wouldn't be raided by the mountain moths, by the bandits on the road. I was protecting Tuntin, and yeah, was I gonna make some money? Sure. And you two were just in the way.
I bet, the sheriff's daughter and wife were also in the way, yes?
That was an unfortunate bit of business. Glassmith acted a lot of times on his own. I had nothing to do with that part. I'm not a savage. I wouldn't give it over women and children.
Well, I beg to differ. If you were in bed, it's like Mother always says. If you are friends with someone who does bad things and steals your vodka, then you have also stolen vodka, yes?
What?
So you will answer to the people. Is there any more rope that
Yeah,
I can back up
so
with?
you see that there's I'm gonna say there's rope kind of laying kind of in these packs around here, and he goes, oh, wait, I can give you money. I can pay you. I have it stashed.
I am not interested in money.
Everyone's interested in money, friend. We can make some kind of deal. I promise you. I am a powerful man. I have powerful friends.
You do know who I am, right? You do know
Oh,
what
and
they
you see
call
this
me.
moment of it hits him, and he goes, wait, you're, and you kind of see this
Yes.
moment of shock as he goes, you're the Bear Knight.
Yes.
I didn't know. Look,
That is okay, my friend. We all make mistakes, but you will pay for yours. But you do not owe explanation to just me. You swore an oath to protect town, yes, and to do no wrong, yes.
you kind of see as tears begin to well up in his eye. And do you just want to start binding him?
Yeah, I want to start binding him, and as I'm kind of binding him, I'm talking. So, you will not answer for breaking that oath with the people you swore to protect.
They'll hang me You're sentencing me to death. Just kill me
mean-
now.
You know, I could, but an old friend once told me we have to be better than the people that we fight. We can't just give in and be monsters.
He kind of looks at you. Oh, so you're somehow better than me?
I mean, yes, I didn't kill innocent women and children, so yes.
You kind of look as he just kind of hangs his head.
Do you want me to make another survival check to see if I can tie this?
Yeah, make me a survival check. It'll only be CL1. You can kind of see that, like, you kind of.
I'll spend another destiny point. I'll spend another
So
destiny
you spend
point.
it. You tie up his hands, and you can tell that he's just deflated.
I'm not going to cover his mouth though, because
Okay.
I really don't care that much what he has to say.
Okay. And with this, unless there's anything else you'd like to ask, real quick, I'm gonna move you guys towards the town.
No, I do have to ask you. I can't remember the last session I played. I'm pretty sure I ran out of my drinks, right?
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say here you can find yourself some booze kind of laying amongst
Okay, cool.
the various. And actually, I'm gonna say that on the ground in front of you, in whatever just happened there, when you kind of lost yourself for a minute, you can see bottles are on the ground. You'd already drunken the bottles,
Oh,
and you kind of
okay,
feel
cool,
this
cool.
wooziness over you.
But it's soothing, so it's okay.
Okay, and with that, you guys begin. And at this, I'm gonna say the other people. So once the fire was put out, at this point, you guys, so Malgon, Aeronoth, and Squath, you guys are entering into town. You have Gus the burrow dragging Glassmith. His hands are bound. He's unconscious. He's being dragged through the dirt behind the burrow. And on the burrow, there is a wounded Lancer who has been like howling in pain and bleeding all over the burrow the entire way over here. And so as you guys kind of enter into town here, I'm going to say you guys kind of get over to here. And you guys kind of like walking through the town, and you guys come across and you see, like, right as you guys come through, you guys see this gigantic wave of frost, and just literally in front of you, you hear somebody scream, Frega! And then poof, this giant blast of cold. As you guys are just stunned there, shocked for a minute, what would you guys like to do?
Aeronaut's worried about the townspeople, so he's gonna run. He's gonna kind of run in,
Okay.
search, to see what's going on.
So you guys, like, Aeronaut, you run ahead. Does anybody else want to run ahead?
I'll follow Aeronaut.
Okay, Malgon and Aeronaut kind of sprint ahead, and you just see people, they don't seem to be hurt. There's light dusts of snow over everything, and this guy that's over here, he's just like completely like covered in ice. It's like out of like a Disney movie, like when they get blasted by snow or something. He's got like a little icicle on his nose, and he's just shivering. He's going, brrr, and all these people, everyone's like shivering over here, but everyone looks like ecstatic and just are sitting on the ground like exhausted. And you can see coming around the corner here, Crater has got Gale, who looks to be at this point kind of like shivering, his hands covered in ice, as he kind of brings him over and sets him down, and everybody's like, woo! And like, I'm gonna say Lynette's just gonna start laughing as like 7 other people just begin kind of laughing, and everyone begins to kind of like get their feet together and start checking on each other. And I'm gonna put out these fires.
Oh, God. Gail's just like groaning.
Gale, are you okay? Do you, can you hear me?
I need a blankie.
Blanket. Does anyone have a blanket?
I feel really bad.
Lynette kind of like nods, and she's gonna kind of like run this way, and she is just like, her arm is burned, she's covered in ash and like water, and she smells like smoke. And Ash kind of she goes and she kind of points, look everyone, and everyone's gonna kind of start looking, and they're gonna see you guys dragging the burrow, Gus making the way up, and you guys are dragging your prisoners in tow, and they go, oh my gosh, you did it. And you can see as like Barton here, the town like innkeeper, he's gonna kind of push forward here and go, and Ulfric, and they go, did you get them? Did you get Glassmith? And I guess he's asking Aeronaut, Squath, and Malgon.
Yeah, we got him.
at this, everyone
Ladies
goes,
and gentlemen, we got him.
and everyone just like, "Woo!" And it's like cheering as people start to get up and come over and like kind of encircle you guys, like cheering and clapping, and kind of during all the confusion as like people like surround you. Gale, Crater, you have Gale in your arms. He's just shivering. And in the like confusion as like the town people are coming around like shaking your guys' hands and like clapping you guys on the back. I'm gonna say that and people are coming over to you too, Galen, shaking your like your hands that are like freezing,
No, stop,
and like
ow,
patting
please,
Crater on
ow.
the back, and Lynette's gonna like in the confusion grab Aeronoth and like pin him up against this wall and just give him a gigantic kiss, and then she's gonna kind of like bat her eyes and she goes later before she kind of like steps back into the crowd, and you guys are just surrounded and like the townspeople just reveling in what just happened as like. I mean, for them, they've been oppressed for months and months at this point by this threat, and they're just cheering. And because people are like, one kid is like coming over here and he's like kicking Glassmith, like he was unconscious. I'm gonna say the little girl is like over here like kicking Glassmith in the head. And with this facility, I'm gonna say you are just arriving. You kind of see everybody. I'll move you over there. Don't worry, I got you, Jake. You kind of see as I'm dragging a chicken too. You kind of come across this whole thing, Jake, and you just see there's like snow on the ground. Everybody's cheering and laughing and just like
the chicken was the true mastermind behind it all.
Yes, exactly. And you just see everyone here, and at this you kind of see. So
Can I stand up on this like? I don't know how to do I can't remember how to do my light, but this little thing here and kind of like try to get all the townspeople together.
Sure. So you kind of walk over here, and what do you say?
I'm gonna like do like a big yell like, everyone, I have returned your mayor or your leader, whatever. I can't remember what it was called. Town ward. Townmaster. Thank you. And I'm gonna wait for everyone to kind of.
You see as people
turn
begin to
around.
kind of like turn around. I'll move everybody over. Give me 1 second here. You see as everyone kind of begins to like shift over towards you, and at the kind of mention of the townmaster, everyone's kind of quiet, and they kind of look to you and they go, and Barton's gonna walk up and go, "Thanks, I guess we're glad to have you back, Townmaster."
I'm gonna force him to stand up. He's still bound. I'm gonna.
The Townmaster's gonna scream, "This man kidnapped me! He's working with Glassmith! Kill him!"
This is a lie.
And everyone
My
just kind of
friends-
looks at the Townmaster like they like look at him and they like don't really trust him. And they go, and Barton's gonna go, "Isn't this the Bear Knight?"
No. He drugged me and he had the sheriff killed. Tell them. You have to be honest.
He kind of looks at you and he looks, and he kind of like you see as he like looks around at the townspeople, like he looks like at different people's faces, like trying to find people that he thinks he can find support in.
My sword's gonna like land like point down really close to his foot.
And you kind of see as like he kind of looks to the various townspeople's faces, and all of them just kind of turn away as like a lot of them are very distrustful of the mayor or town master rather already. And he goes,
"Tell them what you told me in the woods."
He kind of like is shaking. He goes, "Make me a communications check." Another one.
Okay. Let's see.
I'm gonna say this is gonna be. I'll make a willpower check here for him. His willpower is very low.
Well, my communication is also very low, so
He gets a
we'll
0.
see. Okay, it's not that low.
He's not a brave
2.
man. He's just standing there shaking as he goes, I didn't mean things to turn out this way. I was trying to protect the town, and I had to make a deal. And he kind of was just shaking there and just like he's just like sobbing up at this point and just like blubbering. And he goes, I didn't mean for the women and children to get hurt. And as everyone goes, and they kind of like just shake there. And you kind of see as like people, like one person is gonna pick up a rock and throw it at him. As the town people begin to go, and they, like people start like coming over here. And Barton here's gonna stand forward and go, "No, stop! He will stand trial." And he kind
Where
of
do you want me to take him, good sir?
follow me. and he's gonna go ahead and like grab like him roughly by like his bound wrists, and
I'm gonna kind of like start pushing him forward if he starts lagging behind.
and you two are gonna escort him off. And he's gonna look down. This one here, Glassmith. Let's get him too. Let's get these two in bindings and figure out what the heck we're gonna do.
All right, I'll pick Glassmith up.
Gale's gonna raise a hand, bind his mouth, gag him, otherwise they can.
I'm glad that you made it, small child.
Can we get a blanket, please?
Oh right, and you see Lynette's gonna like hurry off, kind of like trailing her finger on Aronoff's shoulder, and she's gonna run off and like come back like 30 seconds later with this like big heavy wool blanket and put it over Gale.
Do we have
There's a
any
clear
bindings
tent.
for
Aronoff is tented.
You have a blanket, please.
Do you have any bindings for Glassmiths?
Yeah, I'm gonna say you guys. So in narrative, you guys go ahead. Gale is wrapped up like a burrito and warmed up. The burrow Gus is fed well for his noble endeavors. Malgon and Squath, what do you guys want to do with the injured guy on the horse right now, or on Gus? Because remember, you guys dragged this lancer back to town with you. He had a serious injury.
Put him in the slammer.
Okay, so do you guys get him medical attention or not?
No, he doesn't need medical attention.
Okay, and so you guys lock him up. I'm gonna say, so you guys will go ahead and lock them up. So you guys kind of lock them in like the town jail, like it's one of these buildings. We'll just say it's like one of these, and you guys are able to bind and gag all of these people here. And kind of in the ensuing like day, you guys all kind of gather stuff. Barton, the innkeeper, is kind of elected hastily as the emergency town master, and they also decide to elect Ulfric as the temporary town sheriff, and he's going to officially, and actually we'll do this in roleplay. So you guys will go ahead and, one second here. So I'm gonna say I need my player characters here. So this is gonna be like later that night kind of thing. Let me grab everybody. Yep.
Before we get to later in the night, can I go to the infirmary and get patched up?
Yeah, so I'm gonna say that you kind of like go around, and it looks like Lynette is the one who's actually like got the first aid knowledge, and you're gonna go over to her, and she's kind of there wrapping up some poor guy's burned hand, and she kind of looks up at you and she goes, yes? What does this one need?
I got
Oh, and she kind of looks at your stomach. Oh, goodness. Come over here. And she's gonna like help you kind of like take off your armor, and you can just see like at this point, I'm assuming, did you pull out the arrow?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just got this like nice deep hole that's like just kind of slowly oozing blood. And she goes, here, and she's gonna go ahead and like she goes, this is going to hurt, and she's gonna go ahead and like have you land your back, and she's gonna dump like vodka into your wound, and she's gonna like clean it out and stuff it with gauze and bandage you up. And actually no, she's gonna actually whip out a sewing, like, and she's gonna start like needling and sewing you up. She's like, it looks like it didn't go past your muscular wall, but you might want to be careful for a day and give yourself time to heal. And she's actually going to also go ahead and give you here what looks like she's going to patch you up, she's going to sew you up, and she's also going to give you, says, here, drink this. And it looks to be like a small little potion bottle.
Drink it.
You drink it, you now have the gradual healing effect. So you won't heal immediately, but in the next day, you'll have healed this wound.
Nice.
And she's going to say, you should be good. If anything else happens or you feel any kind of swelling there or heat or redness more than what you'd expect, come back to me and I'll make sure you're patched up.
Right. Thank you, Lynette.
She's going to kind of nod her head. Oh, and tell Aronoff to come by later.
I'll
Oh,
make
no.
sure he does.
Hey, narrator, I sent you a message.
Okay, one second. Sure. So at this, so I'm gonna say you guys, let me go ahead and drag you. So you guys kind of all, and this is later that day, we'll say. So you guys go ahead. The town begins to kind of calm down. You guys, oh man, that's not gonna work. Oh fuck, what did I do? I teleported people onto the roof. I'll fix this. So you guys go ahead, and I'm gonna say you guys kind of all gather around the tavern, kind of enjoying drinks on the house, eating some food, and just kind of, it's been an insane day for all of you. Some of you were buried alive. Some of you went ahead and, like, maybe some of you, this is the first time you've killed somebody. It's a pretty intense experience. I'm missing one person. I'm missing Crater.
Let me go ahead and do this. So we can.
Okay, 1 second. Let me drag over him and him.
Hell with the homies.
Okay, so you guys are just kind of sitting around this table. Is there anything you guys would like to be doing before I take things other ways? Anything you can say to each other, stuff like that.
I'm gonna wave to the barmaiden. Bring over shot glasses and your finest bottle of whiskey.
You see as one of the local, like, tavern girls, she kind of smiles and goes, "Yes, sir," and she's gonna, like, run over behind the counter and begin, like, pulling out various things of alcohol, and just kind of, like, people are splurging right now.
I'm gonna, like, turn to the group, go, I do not know all of you, but I know that if you are anything like your friends I met when fighting the Lancers, you all fought valiantly today. So tonight we celebrate, we drink.
So real quickly,
Everyone must have a drink.
That's a great thing, actually. So I need, would you mind kind of roughly describing what you look like, Vasily? And then I will need Squath and Aeronoth to also roughly describe what they look like. Oh, and Crater.
So Vasily's like 6'2", about 200 pounds. You can tell, like, he's, like, built, but he, you know, has a little bit of, like, kind of fat on him from just the copious amounts of alcohol he drinks. If any of you were from the area, you'd know he's somewhat of, like, a local, like
folk
legend.
hero.
Yeah, folk hero. They kind of call him the Bear Knight. So he's like he's a beastkin. Right now he looks human, but, like, you would know that, like, he can turn into like a bear.
Yeah, he's pretty. He's hairy. He's got maybe some, like, slightly off human eyes, and maybe some, like, fang. Like, his teeth are a little bit more canine.
And he's wearing full chain. You can't really see now, but you'd know that he's, like, fought a lot, and you can assume. Well, Gale would know he's covered in scars.
Yes.
I have seen him naked.
Unfortunately.
So then, and also, by the way, if everybody wants to, you can Control P for Vasily in your VS Code. Would you mind describing yourself, Crater?
Crater is about a 6'5" ogrekin. He's around 260 pounds, and he is wearing this untouched chainmail armor, and he's carrying a pretty used Dane axe with him.
Cool, thank you.
Yes.
And then, would you mind describing yourself, Aeronoth?
Yeah, so Aeronoth is he's a beastkin ape, so he's kind of short. He's about 4'8". Doesn't weigh very much.
I love the token.
And yeah, his body type, he's like a chunky guy because he's a monkey, a chunky monkey. That's about it. I mean,
And he carries around this bow
to
staff.
the eye. I mean, yeah, he's carrying around his staff, and he's wearing some monk robes.
Sweet.
So-
Okay. And then also, can I have Squath? Can you describe yourself?
Squath is he's like in his early 20s. He's like 5'11". He's phoenix skin. He's only like I already said that. He's got black hair, wearing leather armor and carrying around a spear. Pretty athletic, but not like the biggest dude ever.
And also, I will say, just by the way he usually, like, stands around, you guys can tell, like, he stands around like somebody that used to be, like, he's been in law enforcement, obviously. Like, he stands around, he's always looking around, kind of stands, kind of always with, like, weapons ready and stuff. But yeah, cool. And with that said, everyone gains a skill point. Congratulations on arc number 2.
Yeah, boy.
So, real quick, does anybody know what they want to spend theirs on yet?
Oh, wait.
A skill point? It's like not an attribute point yet.
No, not an attribute. So
I
then,
think I want-
the next thing
I want to level up the int.
you want to you can't level up in that will be so the next thing you guys gain will be an attribute point. You guys gain a skill point. So you guys will be level 4, and that means you guys should have a total of 7 skill points. If you have an int, you should have 10 total.
1, 2, 3. 4,
And if you don't want to decide
5,
right now, you don't
6.
have to. I would advise you guys do, because if not, people forget.
I do not know what I want to spend it on yet, so I have to think.
Okay, so what I would recommend then is that what you can do on your sheet somewhere, maybe at the very top right below your character picture, just like make yourself a little space there and write unspent skill point : space 1, just so you have a reminder on your sheet, and make sure you push that up to the repository so that I have that and I know that you guys are going to account for that at some point. Alrighty.
Jack,
Yes.
am I on my wall with Sonocraft here, or can I up that?
You can up that to 1. So right now, you guys' skill cap is 1. So what's going to happen here is the next thing you guys gain will be the attribute, which will be like a strength or reflex or intelligence, which will be massive for you guys.
Okay.
And then after that, the next thing you gain, you will technically have moved up to the next tier of play. So you will be in adept tier, adept tier of play. So you guys are in apprentice tier of play. So the highest skill you can have is an apprentice skill, which is level 1. Adept is level 2. So.
Okay, well then I'm just gonna do lift.
Okay, perfect. So I will say, by the way, Aeronoth, you have a little bit more lift now than you did when you can still do that, but I think before you had 30, you technically should have 37-ish pounds of carry weight now before you're in the next tier category, and you lost 4 pounds because you don't have to wear your traveling clothes anymore. So for you, that might not be optimal. You can do whatever you want if you actually just want to lift things.
Yeah, it's for actually lifting things.
Perfect then. Spend that skill point.
I'm split between. I'm not gonna buff time room yet because I feel like I need to earn that. But I'm still between athletics and endurance right now. Because I feel like Gale would have gotten a little bit more sturdy, a little bit more fit after all this.
Yeah, you can. So I will allow you guys to kind of. If anybody's gonna spend their skill point, just let me know. So Aeronoth, you're spending it on lift.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. So is anybody else gonna spend anything yet?
Yeah, I decided.
Well, don't talk if you're not gonna spend. So who is gonna spend?
I decided I'm gonna spend my skill point on athletics for Gale.
Okay, so make sure you also buff up your movement speed by 10 feet, and also your swim speed by 5 feet. Anybody else spending their skill point?
Is there like a limit, like based on if you have your point in like strength or reflex, like how many skill points you can put into a certain skill?
Yeah, absolutely. So right now, you guys are in a apprentice tier of play, and if you guys type in Control P for tiers of play if you want to see it, so you guys are technically going to level 4. So right now your vocation/skill level cap is 1. So because level 0 is a novice skill, a 1 is an apprentice skill, a 2 is an adept skill, a 3 is an expert skill, a 4 is a master skill, and a 5 is a legendary skill. And so you guys are in apprentice tier of play, which means no skill right now can go above apprentice. So you can any skill can only have like a 1 in its skill point spent, right? The amount of dice that you have in it doesn't matter. It's just that you can only have spent 1 skill point at this point. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna put mine in acrobatics.
Nice. That's actually smart, because that's what hurt you last time. Cool. Anybody else spending their skill point? All right. Sounds like not. So just make sure you mark that down on your sheet, and please make sure everybody pushes up to the repository, please, 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 so that I can make sure that we're keeping up to date. Okay, so back to roleplay. You guys are still chilling around, sharing some good drinks, talking with each other. At this point, you guys see Barton and Ulfric kind of enter in. And they kind of like step forward, and they kind of like look, see you guys all just like enjoying yourselves as kind of the barmaid comes back and drops off just ample drinks, whatever you guys want. Basically, you guys can narratively say you have whatever kind of crazy drink you want.
Well, If people don't drink the shot that he's pouring for him, Vasily will get kind of upset.
Okay, so you pour one for Squath. Do you drink it, Squath?
Swath drinks it, yeah.
Okay, make me an endurance check. Okay, Malgon, you gonna drink the shot?
No.
You're not?
on,
Okay.
drink!
No, I said, oh yeah.
Oh, okay, make me an endurance check. Aeronaut, are you drinking?
Oh yeah, boy.
Make me an endurance check. Okay, Crater, you drinking?
Sorry, Vasily, I don't really drink.
Oh, that is right. Olga men do not really drink. That is okay. What do you want, my friend? You have to we are toasting victory.
I'll just do water.
Get the Olga man water.
Okay, and it's like the barmaid kind of like goes back. And Gale is
Yep,
like still
you already
wrapped
know
up
it.
in a blanket.
I will just pour the drink in Gale's mouth. He has no option.
So, Gale, you're gonna fail. You are intoxicated. Crater, you did not drink alcohol. Aronoff, what was your roll? 2. You
Two.
are not intoxicated. You're still holding together. Malgon, what did you get?
A 1.
You are tipsy right now. You are feeling good. Squath?
2.
You are able to keep your cool as you kind of see Malgon is kind of like he's a big guy and he just does not know how to hold his liquor. And then I definitely need you, Vasily. Actually, Vasily, you're gonna auto fail because I'm assuming you've already drinking like 3 of these and you were drunk from before. So
To
you
be fair, I am a crippling alcoholic, so it's fine.
yes. So you're woozy. So anyways, so as you guys are kind of there, just enjoying it, maybe talking about like the stories of the
Pouring
day,
another round.
pouring
I
another
want
round.
I want to tell Aeronaut that I think that Lynette girl, she's something you need to come over later.
Shoo!
Hey, you must go over there, my friend. You must never disappoint a woman.
Alright. At this point, Aeronaut's going to excuse himself to the bathroom. But once he gets there, he's gonna jump out the window.
Okay, so Aeronaut, you leave into the night, and we'll deal with that in a minute. So you kind of head off towards like kind of bumbling. You kind of have maybe like are a little bit tipsy as you're like, oh no, actually no, you held your cool, right?
Yeah, I
So
did.
you feel warm, but you're able to compose yourself, and like you're kind of like giggling to yourself as you're walking down, trying not to look drunk as you walk through the street. But you're completely capable of finding where to go. Okay, and at this, I'm gonna say that right. So Aeronaut goes to the bathroom, and you guys hear some like a window like slam open, and something like thump out a window. And at this moment, the two of them are gonna walk in. So Barton and Ulfric Warwinter are gonna walk in. And they're gonna go, and I'll say Barton goes first. He goes, "You boys having a nice night?" As he kind of walks up and is gonna pat Crater and Malgon on the shoulder.
I'm gonna pour him a shot too.
Thank you. I am the new town master. And he's gonna kind of grab it and say, "Not that I fucking want this damn job, but whatever."
Gale's just slowly slipping off the table.
All that matters is that you do better than the last. Yes, we always strive to do better than those that come before us.
I can drink to that. And he's gonna take the shot, and Ulfric's gonna kind of step forward and go, "And I am the temporary sheriff, I guess."
Here, here.
Yo, this
At this, Vasily's gonna kind of push his chair over and stand up. He's gonna walk over, and he's gonna like hand him whatever like they use to signify. I don't know. What they
We'll
use
say it's a
here.
star, like a golden star.
It's a golden star. This was the. I took this from the previous sheriff. We found him in the Lancers' stronghold.
Aye.
He was a good man. Do your best to honor his legacy.
He's gonna kind of nod. He goes, "Thank you," and I'm well, sorry to hear about your friend, the sheriff. He seemed like a good man, but without you deputies, this would have. Well, honestly, it was such a stroke of luck that you all showed up. I just, and you see as like Bart and him kind of look, goes, "We just wanted to instill how grateful this town is to you for your deeds. Things have been very rough recently." And Ulfric kind of like nods and goes, "As the matter of payment," and he's gonna go to set a big sack of coin on the table and go, "The townmaster, my predecessor, had promised you 150 bronze coins for payment for dealing with the Lancer threat. Unfortunately, it looks like the townmaster had been vastly misrepresenting the town books. Me and the town folk here were able to scrounge up 128 bronze and 37 copper, and we can pay you the rest. It's just that we're in hard times right now, but
Vasili's.
and so
Oh,
go
sorry,
ahead.
sorry. I know I'm lagging, so let him finish. Sorry, that's my bad.
And then go, yes, and he's gonna kind of nod his head. Well, that was all, gentlemen, and you can kind of see, like, as he kind of like sets the money down, like, this is kind of hard. This is a substantial amount of money, and he's gonna nod to you guys. And as he kind of steps, he goes, "I'll go get more drinks," and he's gonna go step off. And Ulfric's gonna kind of step in and go, "Gentlemen, I was talking with Barton on the way over. That money is the collective personal wealth of most of the townspeople here." He kind of looks it up and down. "I propose you all make a trade instead." He kind of leans in. "If you take that money, it will most likely bankrupt this town. And probably the town won't fall, like," he kind of looks around, "it's a mining town, and they haven't been able to mine well for the past couple months. And with this whole thing done, they finally maybe could actually get back to it, but with no capital to start anything, it's highly unlikely they would. But I don't think you should not be rewarded. I propose a trade. Give him the money back and offer to take, I don't know, one of the empty buildings, maybe even the manor."
We should steal the manor. It's very good.
I agree.
It's like we gotta kill the fucking monster. We gotta kill it.
I will not take any of the town's money.
Crater, help me up. Crater.
So Crater, actually, you were the one who originally made the negotiations, so I will let you decide. Hey, Zammy, you might be muted.
Hello?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I agree. We should probably return these bronze back to the people. What are possible spaces, or what are possible other options for rewarding us for our effort?
Well, I think that you could ask for maybe one of the small townhouses, though I think that the manor, honestly, I think you could maybe negotiate something, maybe even ask for repairs. If that building was done up nice, it would be quite the establishment, but it's your choice. You could also ask for the tavern, the tap house, maybe even both. To be honest, I think they would be just happy to have you part of the town regardless. This way, they have capital to get their businesses going again. It's just best for everyone, but I'll allow you to negotiate for yourselves.
Thank you for the advice and recommendation.
He's going to nod, and then he's going to go ahead and slap onto the counter what look to be like, I'm going to say 6 deputy badges. They're not made of gold. They're made of, like, steel. And you go, "It's my understanding that you were all deputized as part of the attack by the previous townmaster, and while he didn't technically have the authority to do that, I'd like to make it official if you all don't mind. Now,
It'd be an honor.
this shouldn't impede any of your investigations. Actually, as a matter of fact, I actually have heard that there's a man who's gone missing named Burrowbard, a local
He like strolls to his feet now. Yes, we have to save him. He owes me money.
Is he okay?
No.
He kind of or Ulfric's gonna look between you guys and go, somebody should go put him to bed.
I am a great wizard. I am the savior of.
So you go unconscious. Okay.
I'm gonna approach the new town master while he's at the bar. I kind of walked off.
Okay, so you kind of see he's there, kind of gathering up drinks and like popping nice bottles of like scotch and stuff.
The new sheriff
Right.
kind of told us that that you need capital to restart businesses. Yes.
He kind of looks, and you kind of see this embarrassing. He wasn't
It is
supposed to tell you all
okay. It
that.
is okay. Hey, it is okay. I want to offer some of my own wealth to the town.
He kind of looks at you. Oh, well, we won't be taking anything for free. Maybe, I don't know, we can work out some kind of arrangement for an ownership of maybe some of the local town businesses.
Look, just think of me as more silent partner. If I come back, maybe I have a small house here or something, but you know I kind of travel around. I am searching for a friend of mine. But regardless, and I want to take my pack, because we stuffed our packs full of jewels, and we're going to split it up between
of the
people.
jewels. So yeah, so you guys, that's a good point. So here, let me see here.
I'm gonna just take whatever share that would have been split between one of 6 ways, and I'm gonna go ahead and give it over to the town.
So we'll deal with that in a minute. In narrative, I'll say that you give him a kind of sizable amount of money. Goes, oh, goodness. Well, why don't you hold on to that for now, and we can make it official in the morning, and we can draw up some papers to make sure you have legal rights. Here, come back over to the table with me. And he's gonna grab the drinks, and he's gonna let you keep your money for right now. And he's gonna walk back over, and as he kind of approaches, he's gonna set down some nice bottles of scotch and stuff. And Ulfric's gonna kind of look to him and go, gentlemen, there was something you wanted to tell to the new town master?
We will not be taking your money. We would like
he
to
kind of looks
trade
shocked.
instead.
Oh, may I ask for what?
Oh, as I understand, Ogre Man is the one who does negotiations here.
He's gonna
Yes.
turn to you, Crater.
We were possibly considering, instead of taking all this bronze, to instead negotiate for the mansion where the Lancers resided.
Oh, of course, yes. I'm gonna warn you, it's a little bit run down, but I don't know, we have some fine carpenters in town. Maybe they can help you rebuild it, and I know that there's quite an impressive basement area there. But absolutely. He kind of looks you guys up and down. I'll be honest, that just wouldn't feel right to let you guys have just that. There's also that tap house, if you guys would like.
Yes.
We can negotiate for that, and that way we get to keep our funds, and we'd all be happy. And he kind of looks, did you do your thing? He looks to Ulfric and he nods. Deputies, we would, you guys are and he kind of, what do you guys call yourselves? So
Sword
out of
point.
game, I know.
It's awesome.
Who said that?
Both of me
I
and
did.
David said that.
He kind of looks, he goes, you sword point?
Yes, it's his perfect name.
He kind of nods. Okay, that's a name for sure.
Yeah, Gil
We are
We
Sword
are the-
Point.
We are the Gales Cavaliers. Ugh.
We are not
kinda looks-
naming ourselves after a little child who cannot hold his drinks.
I saved the town.
All right, deputies. Well, look, we can take care of the legal stuff in the morning. We'll make sure you guys are signed over the deeds. Thank you, as he's gonna take the money back. We really appreciate it, and we're happy to have you as residents of Tuntin. Yes.
Make sure to have someone come find me so I know when you are ready to meet about what we discussed earlier.
Yes, for sure. Well, drink up, boys. It's on the house, and he's gonna set down some very fine bottles of scotch. And
You don't mind if I do?
and he's ready to drink. So, Aernoth, you are walking through the town late at night, and you kind of head over towards.
Where on the map so I can stream?
No, it's theater of the mind. So you're kind of walking through, and you head over to the Beast Shield Coster, and you kind of knock on the door. Do you have any flowers that you picked up along the way? Have you combed your hair at all?
So yeah, Aeronoth has been making a collection of flowers recently. Some of them are kind of dead and wilted, but the other ones that he picked up on the way back from getting Glassmith are still pretty fresh looking.
So you have this nice little bouquet.
Yeah, so he's pretty pumped about this. Like, dude hasn't been in one since the day he came out one. So, um, so you know, dude doesn't know what to expect.
You should have asked for pointers.
Yes, you should have. So you're approaching. You could walk back and ask for pointers.
No.
So
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not.
You're going
No,
in.
but I'm gonna. Don't worry. It will be very quick. So like, so Aronoff will be back in the time, like in the amount of time it would take someone to like go like take a long poop. So like
So
it would actually be like you went to the bathroom.
So you walk up to the door and you kind of knock, and as you do, you hear, "Come in," and the door is unlocked.
Mup. This is the day he becomes a man.
Do you go in?
Yeah, I feel like we kind of have to show like Lynette and Aronoff on the screen. Like,
Okay.
I'm not really picturing this.
Nobody has imagination here. Give me 1 second here. I got you. Give me 1 second. Let me find, what will I use here? What's a good building for the shop? This looks about right. Okay, perfect. Let me grab Lynette. And, Jake, do you have privileges? Okay, I'm gonna give you privileges over Aronoff here, so that you can, we can roleplay this out. 1 second here. And let me go ahead here, give Jake permission over Aronoff. GM tools, assign player. Jake, you should have power over Aronoff now. So, Aronoff,
I do.
You are out in front of Lynette's building. You hear, "Come in," after you've kind of knocked. Actually, no, it's more like, "Come in, dear Aronoff." And you go ahead and you open the door, and you see Lynette there in kind of this like fine silk robe, and her kind of like womanly curves are like obviously in display there, but she's like tied up and she's kind of got her arm crossed. She goes, "Yes."
Oh sure. How are you this evening?
"I'm doing wonderful, my man," as she kind of looks you up and down. "Why don't you go ahead and come in and see yourself? Oh, are those for me?"
Yes, my dear.
And she's gonna kind of like look at you, and I say, "Dear," she kind of like smiles to herself, like kind of like she kind of chuckles, and she goes, and she, by the way, one of her arms is like wrapped up in a bandage, but it doesn't really kill the mystique. She's got quite a lot of riz. And she's gonna go ahead and go, "Why don't you set those down? There's a vase over by the table there, and put some water in it."
Yeah, let's see. Does Aronoff resist well to the Riz?
Go ahead and make me a willpower.
You see through it? Yeah.
Make me a willpower. I'm gonna say this a level 3 Riz check.
Oh my gosh! I have to. All right, I have to hit 2 of 2 destiny point. One sec.
How many?
No, he does not hit that. He does not hit that. He is just straight seduced.
So
like,
you are just infatuated as you go. You're like, what do you say? Because she's asked, she's like, go right over there and put those in a pot for me, and I'll be right back.
All right. Yes, he does.
You kind of just bumble in, and you kind of like sit down, and you just feel like your heart is just pounding right now. And she's kind of gonna look at you and like trail her arm across kind of the edge of this corner here. I'll be back. And she's gonna walk upstairs, and you're gonna lose sight of her. And you got this vase in front of you. And you're like looking around, and you can see there's a cat like sleeping over on the table, and it's just gonna bob its head up and look at you and go, "Meow."
What's it gonna go?
It's just gonna meow at you kind of and look at you kind of lazily and kind of like lay on its belly and like just look at you as you're like putting these flowers in the pot.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the flowers in the pot, and then I'm gonna try to touch the belly.
So you gotta go over and scratch.
It's a risky game. It's a risky game. So like I'm coming in.
You go to the belly and then
careful.
it's gonna like use the claws, but not like the playful way. And
Ooh.
and at this though, you hear, "Oh, Aronoff, I think I need some help up here." And-
Oh Lord.
And you kind of come upstairs, and you kind of walk up into like
I said prayer. I said prayer, dude.
the second floor area here, and you kind of there's this kind of half opened bedroom door. She goes, "I don't know if I'm stuck in here. I need some help."
No.
And you come on inside, and like the shot is like Aaron up opening the door, and like Lynette is kind of like laid on the bed, kind of in like that seductive like sideways lay, and everything's all out there. And Aronoff, you see like the door kind of like, it's like this camera shot of like the door like closes behind, and we're gonna let that. I'm not gonna roleplay that out, but.
Close the door. I have the camera shot
So
perfect.
you are so rizzed that you are spending the night, sir.
Jack, close the door. I have there.
Boom, there we go.
Cue Pornhub sound.
Boom, and
I
scene.
I didn't have the willpower to
Nah,
make it in
dude.
time.
You
She's the
were
Rizzler, dude. She's the Rizzler.
you were rizzed. So at that,
Yeah.
if that's anything anybody else will do, before kind of cutting back over to you guys look around, and one of you notice that this must be a really intense shit that Aronoff is taking. It's like an hour.
Where is the ape man? I cannot remember the name, but he only had one drink. Everyone must drink more.
He had to go to
I'll go.
that girl's house.
Yes,
Oh.
yes. Like mother always says, you must not leave ladies disappointed, or you end up alone for the rest of your life.
And with that, Ulfric, who's kind of sitting there drinking with you guys, maybe smoking a pipe, he's gonna go, "All right, gentlemen, I'm gonna turn in. Fine work today. In the morning, we need to talk. There will need to be an interrogation of my friend Silas. He kind of see this like dark look come over him. I never expected this of him. He was supposed to come here and act as a constabulary and actually enforce this place, but his mind, I don't know."
It is often those that we least expect that end up being the ones to betray us, my good friend.
Well, he's gonna kind of sit up and slide his chair in. "You boys have done a great service. Thank you. We'll talk in the morning. And, I might have some leads on, our friend Burrowbard, so. Alright, gentlemen. Rest up. We talk in the morning. And somebody get him to bed." And with that, Ulfric is gonna step over Gale, like lying on the ground.
Wizard.
I'm gonna
Yes,
give him
yes.
another shot. Gale, drink up, it'll put hair on your chest.
I put the Gale's like off table. But he's just like pouring shots in his mouth.
I pick him back up and pour one in his mouth.
Okay, and with that,
I'm not hungry.
you guys either drink yourselves to sleep, or you guys go up to your bed, or do whatever you want to do, and then we'll end the night.
Vasily is drinking himself to sleep. How can he turn down free fine liquor?
Gale falls asleep on the floor.
Okay. Crater?
Crater ends the night early, as well as picking up Gale from the floor and carrying him to his room.
Nice. What about you, Malgon?
Malgon just drinks himself to sleep.
Okay, and Squath?
Squath takes one more round with Malgon and then heads to bed.
Alrighty. So, with that, everyone...
Aronoff accidentally lets out a sonograph shriek upon
on his climax. And so just like as you guys are like as you're taking Gale up to bed, Crater, there's like an open window and you just hear and you're like echoes through the town. Okay, and with that, congratulations everybody, that is arc 2 done. So let me change the time of day. Yeah, so if anybody wants, let's all take a 5-minute bathroom break here, and we'll be back here at 2:48. Okay. So 5-minute backward
Yeah.
brace, real quick. Bye, everybody. All right, I'm back. Let me restart the music here. And then now we can get to the good stuff. How'd you like your little roleplay moment there, Jake?
I like that
Flashbacks.
for sure. I like that. That's so I decided to add, like at the moment, the reason Vasily is known as the Bear Knight in the area, and he doesn't just settle down, is because he's searching for Jaff.
Ooh,
They got separated. That's why he wanders.
ooh, interesting. I like that. Well, I thought it was cool because I knew that you would know about the oath.
Yes, yes, because he wouldn't let me torture this stupid terrorist. Do you like how me and Zamia in unison said sword point?
I know. Well, it's funny because like last session, Brock, Larkin, and you guys should discuss amongst yourselves the name, but like they were gonna be like, it was so funny, like they were taking out these like the Lancers and Glassmith, and so they like one of the guys is like, "Who are you? You killed my brother!" And they're like, "TBD."
To be determined. We don't know.
And it was funny because I was thinking you guys could also be called like Tuntin badass deputies.
The Guardians of Tuntin.
The Guardians of Tuntin. That could be a thing
Who
too.
are these guys? They call themselves the Guardians of Tuntin. What assholes.
Oh man. Okay, so now we get to
Vasily, I want Vasily, having been drunk, stumbled out of the bar, and he's just passed out somewhere in town.
So you're just like laying. I'm gonna say you like snuggled up to a shrub outside.
How is there like a barn outside anywhere?
Sure, I'll say there's a barn.
Maybe I slept in a pile of hay in the barn.
You could also go sleep over in the graveyard.
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna go sleep in the graveyard. Say I went to like where, like, because I know they didn't bury the
Well, no,
sheriff. But,
I'll say you could have told somebody and they could have gotten the body during the
Oh
day.
yeah, yeah. Say I'm like at his grave and I'm just drunk, passed out at the grave.
Okay.
Sadness consumes me.
Gotcha.
Make me lay down. I'm going to lay down. Hold
Okay.
on. Status. Knocked down.
There you go.
Yes.
Perfect.
No light. We don't need torches when we sleep.
Oh man. Okay. Who's back yet?
But
Cool. I know Grant isn't back yet. Once I'm gonna call out to him. So let's see. Tim,
What
are you
music
back?
playing the same music?
Yeah, let's get some different. Let's change it up. I'm gonna grab us some Witcher music.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm here.
Tim's back. Brock's back. Lurkin, are you back?
I'm back, yeah.
Cool. Crater, are you back?
Hey.
Cool. And then Grant's not back. I know that. So here is the new tunes, everybody.
Damn, I'm so glad we both said sword point at the same time.
It was the only name.
It's
that-
the only
Well, you guys
couldn't
should
have said at
negotiate.
that moment.
Because Larkin, Aeronoth, or rather Squath Aeronoth and Malgon were thinking like.
Aeronoth would have done the same thing. Aeronoth is not mad at all. He's
Dude, Aeronoth is on cloud 9, yo.
he could give a fuck about the bronze. Like, also he's kind of got a lot of money right now for no reason.
How much money do you have?
Mm-hmm.
You probably do. I don't know. I mean, I'll let you guys if you want. Like, we can. I'm gonna let you guys decide what you want to do here. This is where I'll wait for Grant to get back, but it's kind of cool. So this
I
Go ahead.
put my skill point into Naturecraft.
cool, very cool. Okay, awesome. Does that take you up to novice?
No.
Also, by the way, for a lot of you, I combined your Spellcaster with your vocation because it's like Arcane Trickster or whatever, or Eldritch Knight. You can combine your magic vocation and that.
I have 19 bronze and 83 copper.
That's pretty good because every bronze is roughly $100, kind of in our world.
Yeah.
So you got a chunk of change. So
Yeah.
with that, okay, so this next part of the campaign is really fun. It's gonna get like open world sandboxy. You guys are gonna have a lot of options about how you guys want to do this. We're gonna do this quick part in town here that's gonna kind of establish the different plot threads you guys can go tug on, and then I will let you guys choose and hit the open road and do what you want. Sound good?
Yeah.
So everybody begins to wake up. So Vasily, you kind of wake up in the middle of the graveyard here. A couple poured out bottles of vodka on your friend Sheriff Clint's grave.
Big sad.
You kind of get up and start stumbling towards the tavern. The rest of you over in the tavern begin to wake up. Some of you are on the floor. You've been like put blankets on you by the barmaid before she closed up. A lot of you waking up with like horrible hangovers. Gale, you are just fucked up. You've never drinking that much in your entire life. And then Aeronoth.
We're trying to go up.
Wait. Is there? So Aeronoth is not hungover
No, you
like
are
the
not.
rest of them. So I woke up potentially earlier. Is there a baker? Is there someone who bakes good?
Sure. I'll say there's a baker. There's somebody. Yeah. There's a local baker. I'll say their name is Tilly, and she is a local baker. She is of vampire descent, but she's not got any impressive magic. She's just a normal like peasant.
Okay. All right. Cool. Well, I'm just gonna buy and return to Lynette's house.
Okay.
And then
That'll cost you like we'll say 3 copper.
all right, 3 copper.
Okay.
Very well.
So you buy a couple, different pastries and bakery good items, and so then you come back over to Lynette's.
Yeah, and then all right, so 3 copper, and then I'm gonna just, I'm assuming Lynette is asleep. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, sure. You come on inside and you see the door's open. You kind of enter and you close it quietly, and you kind of make your upstairs. And you see kind of the clothes are thrown everywhere, and like maybe I don't know, like I'm gonna say canonically the bed is like broken, like Like one of the little unfortunately the bed isn't used to that amount of use, and like one of the little struts is a little bit broken, and you guys opted for sleeping like partially on the floor, and Lynette is still there just like sleeping it off, her bandaged arm exposed.
Well, yeah, Aeronaut is awkward as hell, so he's just gonna leave that for her.
Make me a stealth check.
The smash and dash.
Make me a stealth
What a
check.
classic. I don't think he's awkward. He's just a Chad, bro.
So stealth check.
Alright, hold on. I actually have decent stealth. Hold on. I got 3. Oh, I got a 4. Let's go.
Yeah, she does not wake up, and you were able to kind of lay those down by her, and you just kind of like not really knowing what to do, just leave. And you could, but man, like you kind of walk out. It's a bright, sunny day, and you kind of get out into the road. You feel the sun hit your face, and you are in a very good mood. You've had a good day, good night. And with that, where do you want to head?
And clean.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to get. Okay, so I'm terrible at magic, and in Aeronaut's mind, he's like, who can I find, to make me better? And I'm thinking, obviously, Gale is great, so I'm gonna try to find him this morning.
Okay. So you last saw Gale over at the tavern, so you kind of head that way. Gale, you are waking up in your bed, and you just have this biting headache. Your head feels like it's splitting apart. You've since kind of recovered from you regain your focus, but you just have you're just hungover.
Gale is going to.
Have you made your way downstairs yet for coffee or something?
Yeah, Gale's gonna stumble out of bed. Oh, he's gonna rub his face, and he's going to walk over to his backpack. And is he? Like, I'm assuming we're all sleeping like a communal room or something.
Yeah. You all have your own individual single bedroom, like a nice little tavern room.
Grab his backpack, grab his book, and Jack.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna check for the key.
Okay. So you check for the key. It is still there.
All right. Gale's gonna take.
You
the
do
key.
also remember that you have paid for some place to stow the key.
The boot. Gale is gonna take the key for the moment, and he's gonna put it in the back middle pages of his massive tome, the ones that he hasn't used yet, that he hasn't scribed on. He's gonna close it up, make sure it's hidden in there for the moment at least. He's gonna head downstairs, nearly fall down the stairs, but he catches himself. And then he's gonna get himself a big glass of water, super chill it with his nice magic, and just sit there and regret last night.
Okay. What are you doing, Squath?
Squath got up kind of early and went to find some carrots or something to feed to Gus.
Ooh, yeah, I forgot about Gus. Okay, hold on. I'll say you guys have put Gus in a local barn. Well, if I'll say there's a barn somewhere around here, and so you kind of get up early.
Aeronaut covered the tab before he was he figured it out on the way to Lynette's, let's say.
You covered the tab for the bar?
For the donkey.
Oh yeah, so yeah, I'll say
The
you guys.
barn.
Well, and right now, honestly, the townspeople, they're not making you pay for anything just about, because you guys just saved their entire town, so they would let you just put that there and not even ask anything for it. So you go ahead, you do kind of find Gus, you kind of come in, Squath, you have some carrots and some oats, and you give it to the young gentleman, Gus. And anything else you'd like to do?
I think that was pretty much it.
Do you want to bring him back over towards the tavern and tie him up outside the tavern?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Awesome. Malgon, how about you? What are you doing this morning?
I want to just drink a bunch of water and leave my room and try to find Aaron.
You head on down. Right as you're exiting the building, you see Gale is there, just kind of like his head is like he has this cold glass of water. He's holding it up to his head, and you kind of nod at him. And you, as you kind of walk towards the door, you see Aeronoth open it up, and Aeronoth's coming inside. He maybe has a couple of extra baked good items that he like brought extra or something. And so before we get to that, Squath, you actually see Aeronoth as you're tying up Gus out here. Crater, what are you doing?
Crater's gonna head. He also got up just a tad early. He's gonna get a mug of coffee,
Okay.
and he's going to just sit and rest at that big tree next to the shrine to the moon presence.
Okay, very cool.
And just meditate.
You do so. So you're just chilling over here, and you're just meditating. And I'll say, Squath, as you kind of pass by with Gus, you do see Crater kind of just sipping his cup of coffee over there in like the early like morning or sunshine. And then last but not least, Vasily, you wake up over in the graveyard.
yes.
Is there anything you'd like to do?
Yeah, so he's kind of walking back. He's making his way back to the bar or the tavern. He's gonna kind of go in. He's gonna go up to the barmaid, get some coffee, buy a bottle to replace his almost empty one, and he's going to kind of see Gale, and he's going to sit down and talk to Gale for a little bit while he's doing his thing.
And I will say at this point, so you walk up to Gale, Aeronoth, you're starting in with your pastries, maybe you sit them down. Malgon, you found Aeronoth. So real quick, Malgon, you find Aeronoth. Was there anything you want to say or anything? As you see Aeronoth kind of like come in, his clothes maybe aren't 100% put, like all the straps aren't all on his armor and his robes. His hair's a little frizzled.
Just gonna walk up to her and go, ah,
My boy.
my guy.
What's up, Malgon?
Just figured something might happen last night.
After
Think the
Squath
word
walks
is
in.
got the lucky.
She okay? Yeah, she a freak.
Awesome. Here, and Vasily, I'm gonna say you're gonna make it over here by now. Where did I put you?
I'm already in there.
Oh, you dare? You are? Okay, who am I missing then? I have... just Crater. Okay. So, you guys sit around this table here, kind of nursing your hangovers and stuff. If there's anything else you guys would like to roleplay, do it. And then we can... I will make other things happen.
We should all get something to eat before we head out upon business.
I need oatmeal.
I'm gonna kind of wave to the bartender to like bring us whatever. And then once he's done that, he'll just kind of like look at the people he hasn't really talked to. Kind of go, well, I know we didn't properly introduce because last night was all about celebrating and remembrance. But I am Vasily Anatoly. It is great to meet all of you. Hopefully, I mean, I don't know how long I plan to stick around. Other business might need my attention, but I would be grateful if you allow me to stick in group for however long I can.
So
And
long
at
as you
this, Crater slowly walks into the tavern.
I'll say you've kind of like, as you're saying this, Vasily, Crater, you kind of walk in with your kind of empty cup of coffee, get yourself a refill, and come and sit back, like down over here. So you heard that.
So long as you stay clothed this time, I see no reason not to have you on board.
Look.
Very good at what you do.
That was not my choice. I woke up buried in the ground. I didn't know they'd take my clothes.
Then you killed two people and remain naked.
Well, the old saying goes, when you're angry and in beast form, clothes are last thing on mind, yes?
No, I had too much to argue.
Here, drink some more coffee.
Water will do. Sip. Alright. But, no, alright. So, good job, everyone. That was very good. Proper adventure. I'm in so much pain.
Is this your first time, Gale?
Yes, I killed someone. That was not fun. Don't know how to feel about that. Here, he's gonna reach into his book and he's gonna pull out the pack, the spiderweb pack. He's gonna sit on the table in front of everyone and say, "This, we found this in the Glassstaff study in the Rosenwater, what are they called again? Someone from the Rosen whatever. What are they called?
It was just Frozen Mander, but unless you're role playing.
Yeah.
You mean the big house
Gale
up
doesn't fucking
there?
know. Alright. Yeah, so we found this in the Rosenwater Manor, and we found it, and it has names on it. And he's gonna slide it over to everyone so everyone can see it. And I'm pretty sure you can all just Control P to look up the spiderweb's pack.
Yep. And if you guys want, I can read it out loud real quick for you guys.
Yeah, go ahead and read it out.
Here, I'll read it out.
Grant.
Okay, Gale's gonna say, so, as it says, proposed in this document is an offer of non-aggression, cooperation, and friendship between all parties. Through this alliance, each party benefits. Upon determining the location of Tide Echo Tunnel, this is the place, the Black Spider will secure the assets so that each of the following may be achieved. The Lavender Lancers and residents of Tuntin will be considered off-limits to any unprovoked violence, so Silas may focus on securing a legal claim. So from that, I take that Silas was trying to find some way to buy out the town. We stopped him. Good job. The Mountain Mall clan, don't know who that is, will maintain sovereignty in the territory, receive resources, and aid to repair a castle. That's all fucking... Wait, that's a manor. There's a castle somewhere. It's apparently not in good condition, so we need to find that. The Warriors of Worm Tor will enjoy first picking rights of the treasures of the mine. I do not know if that applies to the mine that we were in, which I don't think it was. So there's probably a bigger mine somewhere around here that we're to find. And the Black Spider will retain sole ownership of the Forge of Runes and exclusive right to procedure. Now, I know what that is. A Forge of Runes is big. That's a big thing. It is very expensive. It requires a lot of things to put. The fact that there is a Forge of Runes in this outskirt fucking area, that's a big deal. So whoever this Black Spider is, which I think is Nazarna, because that's the only name that's written on here that doesn't it matches. I think that the Forge of Runes is. We need to find that because that's really big. I want to find that.
As you're saying all this, Ulfric has been standing behind you, just kind of like leaning on the table.
Oh, hi, Ulfric.
Continue.
I mean, that's really all I got. Here, you want to see this list? Come look at the list. Oh, wait, no, it's signed by Silas Alabaster. That fuck, we got him. King Grom.
You see how, like, I just say Silas Alabaster, that fuck, he just kind of, like, Ulfric kind of winces, but he doesn't say anything.
Okay, he betrayed us, though. What do you want?
No, I agree.
Don't wince, be happy. He's dead. No, not dead. We're gonna kill him. He's gonna be hanged. King Grom. Well, I don't know who that is, but probably one of those Mountain Mall Warriors of Worms stuff. Brugor Axecatcher, probably also from one of those two clans or whatever. And Azana. Now, we know Azana, right? She's that woman who was trying to ask about the cube. The cube that I solved because I'm so smart. Yes? Right? Am I right?
Yes, they kind of like everyone like he just gone this tired, and Ulfric's like, yes, Gale.
Okay, good. So, Azana's the Black Spider. We got Silas. So Glassstaff isn't on here, so he was not one of the main parties. He was just working with Silas.
No. Silas is Glassmith Gale.
Yeah, you're so smart, Gale.
No, I thought he was the Town Master.
He didn't know they was same people.
The Town Master was definitely not. I mean, the dude literally had a glass. I mean, Gale. Gale looks at you. How much did he drink last night?
He had only 2 shots. He is lightweight.
I'm 2 shots when I was awake. I'm pretty sure you poured more in my mouth when I was
2 of my
asleep.
mother's shots.
No. It was just 2 shots.
Bullshit.
Total.
2 shots from a fucking bear.
I mean, it wasn't my alcohol. It was,
It is your
it was
fucking
the
alcohol.
drink
You were pouring it in my mouth.
Ulfric's gonna like go silence. He's gonna kind of like stroke his big beard. As acting town sheriff, these matters, this pact, this needs to be looked into. This is a threat to the town and to our immediate area and survival. He kind of looks around. We're missing some crucial information here. We happen to have someone in our detainment center that might know such things. One of the signing parties, as he points out Silas's name on the document. I'm not much of an interrogationist, but you all seem to be, well, you guys got crazy on your side, and that like in the best way possible.
Look, Vasily happens to be very much trained in aggressive negotiation.
Well, look, if you can convince Silas to disclose this information, it might help you find Burrowbar to save his life. Oh, and he kind of looks at you, Vasily. This whole thing, we're all compatriots and business associates of a man named Burrowbar Stoneseeker, a Molkin, a man that brought us all together for a business venture, which has kind of fallen apart, and he's been kidnapped, and then we were attacked on the road, and yeah, so, but he's a missing person, and as acting town mayor, or a sheriff rather, it's my duty to investigate, and as deputies, it is your duty to investigate as well. He kind of nods. If you guys would like, you guys can investigate and interrogate reasonably. He kind of looks at you. We're not trying to kill him yet,
Yes.
Silas.
There will be no
I don't
death
want to. I
involved.
don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear about it.
Oh, I got you. No.
You kinda-
Also,
Go ahead.
Sheriff, with this list, town must have contact with someone in the Red Legion, correct?
Correct. And that was kind of my next point. I
You
sent a
might want
courier.
to-
So I sent a courier early this morning to Redwall for reinforcements. Now that I'm the acting sheriff, we can use some political way-how and maybe get some defense for the town. But that's a long way off, and the reality is that help might not come for a while. There's nothing to say that some of these. I mean, obviously there's a clan, the bandits. By the way, these bandits, we have a bounty right now out on them, so we know their rough general location. But there's nothing to defend the town, and if you all leave, then we're in trouble. So actually, real quickly, I would like Malgon, please make me a warrior knowledge check. This is going to be a CL2. And actually, Squath, I will allow you to make this as well, but this will be a CL3 for you. And this can be a guard knowledge check.
I got a 3.
Okay, what'd you get, Squath?
What?
One second.
You're good.
I got a 2.
Okay, so you, Squath, it only kind of crosses your mind, Malgon, because you used to be a weapons trainer. You used to train people. And you think back to the manor and that room full of gear, spears, crossbows, enough to arm a town. And the thought crosses your head that you think you could whip up a couple people in a pretty short amount of time to be proficient with weapons to defend the town. Do you do anything with that information? Brock?
I'll tell the. Can you hear me?
We can now.
Okay, but yeah. I'll tell the sheriff that I think I might be able to.
Well, here, do it in character.
Mr. Sheriff, I think I might be able to help your town out a little bit.
Kind of looks at you and goes, "What do you have in mind, Malgon?"
In the manor, there's a bunch of weapons, and I mean, if some townspeople knew how to use those weapons, might change the course of some things.
He kind of nods. All right, we can send some people over today. Would there a lot of weapons? And you know, it's basically an armory.
A lot.
Oh, he kind of looks. All right, that could work.
Oh, wait. We have to tell you, there's a fucking monster in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Gigantic not gigantic, but it's pretty large. It's very hulking, like sinewy. It's got one big yellow eye, and it was fucking with us the entire time we were in that.
All right. Were you able to bypass it?
Yes, but it's still alive, and by now it's probably back in top. We should have killed it last night, but we just didn't have the time.
Kind of nods his
We're doing
head.
a lot of things.
All right. Well, it's whatever you all think. I'll be honest, I'm slightly worried for the town if you all weren't here to defend it. I'm capable now that I'm healed a bit, but we still need more weapons and people that are trained to defend. And that could be a priority, but I'll let you make the call. I don't know if it's an immediate concern, but it could be, and it might be better to err on the side of caution. I'll take your deferment, Malgon, whatever you think.
I think we might as well.
He's gonna go ahead and nod and say, "All right. Yeah, that seems reasonable. We can." He kind of looks at you. Squath, I remember from our conversation at the tavern before we left Redwall, you used to be a cadet, right? In the Red Legion.
Yeah, I spent most of my adolescence there.
Kind of nods. Okay. So between the two of us, we got two people that have some ability to train. All right, this could work. He kind of nods his head. He's gonna kind of knock his like he's gonna do like the knuckle rack on the this table. All right, I'll do you guys want to go fetch the weapons? I don't. It sounds pretty dangerous, but it's up to you. I can also rally some townspeople maybe to help.
No, it'd be far too dangerous.
And is this monster? Is it a threat? Is it gonna come out of there, or is it just
people?
Oh.
Yeah, we literally had to bribe it with the dead bodies of the lancers we were killing to get it to not kill us. Yeah, it was very bad. We look at the rest of the party and say, we should probably go kill that thing. I don't want to, but we should. If we're going to make sure this town is not fucked, we gotta take care of that. I was considering that that's our manor now, so we should probably clear it out.
On that cue, you guys see as the new town master, Barton, kind of comes in. He's kind of worn out. He's kind of wearing nicer clothes than he usually. He's trimmed up his hair a bit, and he looks a little bit more official. He's trying to play the part. And he kind of comes in and goes, "Good morning, gentlemen. I have some good news for you." And he's going to go ahead and set out 2 pieces of paper. I've got deeds here for the Napping Giant Tap House and for Rosen Manor. I just need all of your signatures here, and you will all be partial owners in these pieces of land.
I'll sign it.
Okay, and he's going to go ahead, and I'm assuming everybody's going to sign.
Yes.
And he goes ahead, you guys, sign it, you make your names out, and he kind of nods and he goes, "All right, gentlemen, I've got a lot of busy work to do. There's repairs to be done. I've got to talk back with Lynette. She hasn't really been, usually she's up earlier this morning, but I haven't seen her all morning, and she must be sleeping in. It was a rough day yesterday, but I'm going to go find her, and we got some business to talk about for the, with the Bee Shield as one of the larger businesses in town, but I'll be off, gentlemen. If you need anything, just ask for me, and thank you again for all the help, and we're indebted to you." And he's gonna kind of nod his head, and with that he's gonna kind of walk off and proceed off to the town to go do all of his new duties. Okay. So you guys have 2 options right now. You guys can go interrogate Glassmith. You guys could go ahead and investigate the bounty for the tribe of Urikin. One of which you guys read the contract. You know the name Brugor Axecatcher is on that contract, and that is a location. There's also the matter of dealing with the monster in your newly acquired property. So you guys can decide what you want to do. So I will leave that completely up to you.
I believe we should take care of the monster in the mansion.
Right, do it while we're fresh. Do we have some kind of plan of what we could do? Maybe we were thinking about poisoning it or bloating. I mean, we lost our opportunity to bloat it.
We should just attack it and kill it with swords.
It's really strong though. It's we
But
don't want
you
to deal
have
with-
magic. What if it doesn't like the cold?
I mean, I know it doesn't like the fire because it was shying away from the fire, but
Do you know any fire magic?
no, I do not. It's.
Sheriff, do they have any oil? We could carry oil up and burn it out.
Very smart. That's what I was thinking.
We could acquire some oil. I'm sure we could go spend a small percentage of the town funds on some oil for deputy duties.
I have an idea. So wait. What if we hear me out? So it's very hungry. What if we take a pig carcass over there and stuff it with oil, and then we get it to eat it, and then we light it on fire?
That could work. It's starving.
No, it ate like 11 bodies yesterday.
I don't know if that's such a good idea.
Yeah, that's kind
I
of
think we just need
Well,
to burn
here.
it out.
I will go. I will leave you to it. If you need funds, just tell Lynette. If you're getting oil, that's who you'd buy it from. Or you could also support Barton's local business. They probably both sell oil. It's pretty common. Just tell them to put it on the town tab. Do not spend too much money. We do not have it right now. And but I have things that I need to get to. I need to go talk to both the town master and Silas. You all do what you see fit. I will leave you to it. And he's gonna kind of stand up here and nod. And before he leaves, he turns. Yes.
One thing. Gale said that we must cover his mouth. I am assuming it is because he can cast spells.
Bind his hands, cover his mouth. Yeah.
How can we interrogate him without his mouth?
Well, if he
being
can't use his
uncovered?
hands or his mouth, if he has both, he can do whatever he wants. But with one of those restrained, he won't be as much of a threat.
Okay.
It's just double
Also,
precaution.
Tell the town master to come find me. I am going to go wash up, but I need to meet with him today.
He's gonna go ahead and nod his head. Okay. I'll leave you to it. And he's gonna walk on out. You guys are free to decide what you want to do with your day.
So wait, it was Crater and Aeronoth that went and got Glassstaff, right?
Aeronoth, Malgon, and Crater, yeah. And so Malgon has this sticking out of his pack at this point. He has this big, like, clear crystal staff.
Gale's gonna look at that and is like, "What is that? That thing from your back?"
Hey, Brock.
Should I have a staff? It's just a little staff the glassmith had.
A little staff. That's a beautiful. Let me see that, please.
All right, little boy. Here's the staff.
So he hands over.
I'm 6 foot.
Even he calls you little boy.
I'm 6 foot.
You're like a small little brother to me, little bro.
Little bro.
I will freeze your nuts off.
So you hand over the staff.
boy.
I'm from the cold.
I can make it go.
So you hand over the staff, and it is the Staff of Defense, if you want to look at its stats. But it is a excellent magic focus, and it also has an effect that lets you cast mage armor, basically.
All right. Let's see.
It is better than your book, but you have to negotiate with Malgon, or he'll give it to you because it's better for your class.
Yeah. Gale's gonna look it over and say, "Wait, hold on. He's just gonna set his book aside for a moment. Just gonna kind of handle the staff. He's not a staff caster. He's a book caster. This is weird for him. And he's gonna.
So as you kind of look it up and
gesture
down,
forward.
Gale, you do see there are tons of runes like carved in, like finely etched into the staff here, and you see most of the ones that you already know are in here. There's some also that you've never seen before and you don't really know how to use.
Oh, that is interesting. I'll have to do some study on this. Gale is going to. He's gonna try something. He's gonna wave the staff around in a circular motion. He's gonna point at Malgon and he's gonna say, "Girda!" and he's gonna try to cast physical protection on him.
Yeah, so you can cast physical
You
protection.
little boy.
So you see Malgon as he kind of like casts out at you. You see, and you're doing it. Actually, it's just innate. So he casts at you, and Malgon. Actually, how close do you have to be for that, Grant?
Let me look it up. Spells.
Is it touch?
Physical protection is. Where's physical protection?
Is it melee?
1 second, I'm looking.
I got it.
Yeah, there it is. Got it.
Self. So you can do self.
Oh.
So I know, no, it should be. You can. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, in D&D you can cast it on other people as well. Let me double check. So that might be wrong. Hold on. But basically, what he's doing, Malgon, is this will be as good as your leather armor, but it weighs nothing and it lasts all day.
Nice.
Yeah, it is touch. So the range is touch. So it should be melee. So you can do this to him.
Nice.
So you cast this on you, Malgon, and you feel like you see this kind of this shimmering layer that momentarily appears over you everywhere. And the only difference is, as you cast it, I think you cast it and then nothing. It kind of like fizzles out.
What? When did that happen?
Have you read the spell?
Oh yeah, he can't be wearing armor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like.
So like there's this force field that appears for a second, so you can deduct somewhere on your sheet be tracking. You can make it in your info. Your charges of your defense spells is the spell, and you've gone. It had actually here because nobody has done it yet. I need you to go ahead. 1 second. I'm gonna need you to roll me a dice.
Yep.
So I want you to please go ahead and roll a 1d6 for me.
Yeah. Oh, 1.
So you have 5 charges in this right now.
Yeah.
Okay. So you just spent 1, so you have 4 charges left in this thing.
All right. This thing's not a full power, but it's still a very good spellcasting focus. I'm gonna keep this. Is that all right?
On one condition.
Yeah, sure. What?
Me, you, Vasily, we drink till we want to stop.
Oh, yes. I like this trade. I want to see what the little man is made of.
No. Listen. I am not some kind of spellcaster. My magic requires my mental acuity. It's really hard to cast spells when you're drunk.
Well, then don't cast spells when you are drunk.
But we have a lot to do today.
We can drink later. We don't want to drink right now.
No one drinks in the middle of the day.
I already have a.
Vasily, you palm your little like flask.
Some people do, but some people can hold it.
All right. Well, I will find. For the sake of us all staying alive and me having a very nice staff. This is very nice. This is nice. I will accept, even though I really don't want to.
All right, now we'll make it 2 nights, 2 separate occasions.
2 nights?
I like this.
No.
2 nights. That is fair trade.
That is no. I did not agree to this.
I agreed
to 1 night of heavy drinking.
Well, heavy drinking for you is like light work for me and him.
Exactly.
The barmaid who's like listening to us go, she goes, what about 3 nights and it can be chosen at random?
Kill's gonna start brandishing the staff.
3 nights at random.
3 nights and they get to choose.
I do not accept that. No.
Maybe 3 nights and they have to be 2 days apart.
Vasily, I'd hate to take the staff away from little bro.
I know. I would hate to punish little bro for going back on his word.
2 nights. Fine. 2 nights.
Vasily
2 nights. No.
does not enjoy liars.
I'm not a liar. I'm not agreed to anything. 2 nights. I keep the staff.
Then give big bro staff back.
No, 2 nights. That's the agreement.
We'll let you know when we want to drink with you.
You people are monsters.
So have you guys officially... Actually, it's you guys' agreement. You guys can agree to whatever you want. Is the agreement 2 nights or 3 nights?
2 nights.
Is that what you guys want, Malgon?
We'll do 2.
Okay, 2 nights.
2 nights.
Okay.
Being bullied.
Okay, so you can go ahead and add the Staff of Defense to your inventory. That is an excellent spell. So now all of your base dice for your magic are 3d6. Or 3d8 actually. Okay, so with that, You can cast what's it called on other people, by the way. So you can use your.
Don't worry, I'm gonna be using
So
that
you could
quite a lot.
anybody that has leather armor, essentially, you can have Gale at the start of the day cast this on you. Your armor, it's the same. It's as good as your leather armor. It gives you 3 physical defense. It's the exact same, but it weighs nothing. So at the beginning of the day, he can just arm you up, and then you have a dish. Like you can carry a bunch of extra stuff because it weighs nothing.
Yeah, that's right. I am the greatest spellcaster to ever live.
So if people want, you guys can actually take off your well, it's up to you, Gale, but like you're learning how the spell works, but you guess. So the spell is a willing and unarmored creature you touch becomes enveloped in a protective magical field until the spell is terminated. This field grants the wearer 3 physical defense for the duration. If the creature puts on armor, or if you choose to end the spell with an action, the spell concludes.
Yeah. All right.
So technically, your prime. So technically, anybody that doesn't have chainmail would be a prime person to do it too.
Nice. All right. Oh, and this also gives me physical defense while I hold it, right?
Yeah. So while you're holding that in one hand, you gain +1 physical defense.
Damn. So I'm up to.
It's like a small shield, but it's also a magic focus.
Very nice. Okay.
So you'll have 4d6, I believe. Or four physical defense with your holding that.
Well, if I hold it in place of my sword, then yeah. But if I'm just holding it with my shield, my sword, and my staff, then I'll have 3.
True, you can, but then you can't cast any 2-handed spells.
Ooh, that's right. All right.
So you can trade, and generally the ones that hit the hardest and hit the furthest take 2 hands. So that is your prerogative.
Gotcha. All right. Gale's gonna staff in hand now. He's gonna say, "Right then, we should probably we have some money. We have from the money we looted from Glassstaff and his cronies. We should prepare ourselves as best as possible, and then go and take that thing down. It's gonna if considering that the Lancers didn't just kill it, that makes me think it's a big enough threat that they didn't want to." So, we gotta be careful. Let's see. Where did I add this? There. Oh, there it is. Hello?
I'm letting you guys decide. You guys, other people gotta talk.
While you guys decide, I will tag along with whatever, but I am going to go wash up first. I still got dried blood on my hands from yesterday.
That's a good idea.
I have no preference where we go, what we do.
I'm still. I think we should get rid of that monster, whether it be by fire, whether it be rushing and attacking.
I really wish I had a blaze rune at this point.
We can just get some torches.
I agree with that. With Kurt.
What we could do, we need to figure out, we can, facing this thing in a head-on fight, we might do it and we might win, but it would probably not be smart. I think we should probably... Tricky.
You guys gotta make up your mind. You guys are taking way too much time.
I'm trying to think of a plan, dude. Alright, so we're going to try to use oil on it.
How about we go interrogate Glassstaff and
Glassmith.
and the old yes. Well, you know, the bad guys in the jail. Maybe we can find out more about this this pact. And maybe they know how to defeat the monster.
It's not actually a bad idea. We'll have to be careful, but the thing gorged itself so much last night that it might still be a little debilitated right now. If we take the time to go and see Glassmith, it might have the time to recover.
Same thing with the Glassmith. We can give him a chance to recover.
As long as he's properly bound, I'm not too worried about him, but...
Glassmith might know a thing or two about this monster, too. He did live with it.
He did.
Yes.
Maybe he wasn't there.
I say we go to the monster.
Right. I agree. If the faster that we can clear this out and kill that beast, the better we'll be off. But we're gonna need to prepare. That thing, it lives in darkness. If we can light up that area and force it out, then we're gonna be in a much better place.
What if we took the Lancer in the jail and
used him as bait?
tell a monster we have snack?
It dawns on you. So wait, hold on. Squath and Malgon, make me a general knowledge check. Looking for a 1.
I got 1.
Okay.
I also got a 1.
You guys did not give him medical attention.
Oh, he's probably dead, isn't he?
You guys, like, you remember, you buried a axe into his stomach and like liver, Malcolm. So,
On second thought, maybe.
but he's a dead body, so you know.
And
because like when you guys
no
left him,
harm, no foul
he
feeding
wasn't
him.
treated.
I think we should get Lancer body and just bait the guy, bait the monster.
If we can bait him out, if we can, listen. What if we? Do we know if there's a herbalist in town? Because if we feed him the body, but pack it full of herbs, like toxic herbs first, it might wound him a little bit and give us an advantage.
I like that.
Or we can make it so he tries to go to sleep.
Yeah, that might be trickier. Well, let us see more options. How about we talk around? The town knows at this point we're ingratiated. We go around, we talk to a couple people, talk to Ulfric and talk to the new town master, and then we figure out where we are. We can figure out if there's a herbalist in town. We can get some hemlock or some kind of poison or something to put him to sleep. We'll figure that out, and then we can kill it. We need to get rid of this thing, but we need to approach this smart.
All right.
All right. Well then, killing the monster first. Let's go talk to Ulfric and figure this out.
Okay.
And Gale's gonna set off.
So you guys go ahead. You guys exit here. And you're looking for Ulfric?
Yes, gotta ask him some questions.
Okay, so you guys go out. Let me grab a place to turn into the prison. And we will let you guys walk in on the... what building do I want to use? This looks about right.
Hey, narrator, I'm gonna have to run.
You're good. Actually, so
my
guys,
bad.
no, it's fine. It's been 2 hours and 30 minutes. If you guys would like, we can pause it there. Is that good for everybody?
Yeah, I'm good.
And we can play next session.
We got goofy new staff. We got some good info. We're the heroes of the town.
I thought you guys would do something this round, but you guys...
Hey, no, that was fun though.
No, I know. I had fun.
That's good RP right there.
Okay,
But
cool.
no, sorry, I work tonight, so I have to do some stuff before work.
You are fine. Okay, with that, everybody, we'll end the session. Thanks for joining, and peace.